A poor student said she is pregnant with my father's child, still smugly saying, "From now on, I will be your stepmother. You must treat me well, otherwise, I will kick you out." I was very shocked to hear that. After all, my dad has been gone for almost 20 years. She saw that I was unconvinced, angry to the point of almost getting angry. So I called my dad. She tightly hugged my dad's arm. She told me that she was bullied by me, still kneeling on the ground apologizing to me, "Although you don't have any good feelings for me. But the 3 children in my belly are innocent. They need their dad." I hummed softly, although unwilling in my heart, still agreed to the marriage with the poor student. However, there is one thing I didn't tell her. I'm only holding my stepdad, not a biological father. I heard that the boutique has received several new bags. I have been relatively free lately, and I also enjoy shopping. So I declined the offer from the sales associate to select for me. I decided to go to the counter myself to choose. When I arrived at the counter, the familiar sales associate Olivia looked troubled. After hesitating, she finally spoke. "Miss Sophia, your stepmother just came by. She was looking at bags. She is now waiting for you in the VIP room." Stepmother. I was taken aback for a moment. I thought to myself, where did I get a stepmother? Without waiting for Olivia to continue, the door to the VIP room opened. A few people walked out. I recognized all of them. They were all my college classmates. But I wasn't very close to them. The last one to come out was Emily. She is a student I sponsor from a poor background. When she walked out, her demeanor became very arrogant. She said directly, "I am your stepmother. The bags you had reserved. Everyone has taken them. Consider it a welcome gift from you to me." I gently pinched my palm. The pain made me realize this wasn't a dream, but something that really happened. "Emily, what's going on with you? I'm Sophia, here to help you with school, not your stepdaughter. Have you been studying law for too long? Is your mind a bit off? Is there a mental hospital at home? Do you want me to take you for a checkup?" Emily listened to what I said. Her face turned red with anger, but she didn't come over. Instead, she hid behind her classmates and shouted, "I've been with your dad for over a year. I'm pregnant with triplets. I'm about to marry your dad, you see. How could I not be your stepmother?" Seeing Emily's serious expression, I was even more shocked. Because my dad passed away shortly after I was born. My mom also died many years ago. Who exactly is Emily? She actually managed to conceive a child with my father, who has been dead for 20 years, and this matter is not a secret. Does Emily not know? I was so shocked that I couldn't speak. However, Emily seemed quite proud. "What out of words? Weren't you just saying I was crazy? I suggest you start treating me well. Otherwise, once I give birth to 3 sons, you will be kicked out. After all, I'm having sons. It's completely different from your disappointing situation. You're doing so well now. Isn't it because you are the only daughter of the Smith family? Once my sons are born, you'll be sidelined." Other classmates also chimed in. "Yeah, quickly buy a bag for Emily. That way she can help you in the future. And you, hurry and gather everything Emily just looked at. Let Sophia pay for it. If not, just hand over your black card to Emily. She can buy whatever she wants by herself." I see everyone wants to get the black card from me. I just realized. My dad has been deceased for many years. You said you are pregnant with my dad's child. Hurry up and bring out the evidence. "Emily, listen to me. My dad passed away." Immediately scolded me. I'm so annoyed by her that my head is spinning. "If you have the ability, just call my dad over directly. Let him talk to me in person as long as he said it. Don't talk about bags and cards. I am willing to give you anything." Emily is a little hesitant. However, I still took out my phone and walked to the side, looking at me proudly and saying, "Wait for it. Your dad is nearby. It can be reached in half an hour." We entered the VIP room together and waited for a while. After the door opens, Emily excitedly called out Uncle John. I looked in the direction of the sound, unknowingly said the word "Dad." Hearing this sentence, "Dad," Emily appeared even more pleased. She was no longer as arrogant as before. Instead, she walked over to my dad John with a sense of grievance. She said, "Uncle John, you finally came. The 3 of our babies and I almost didn't get to see you." John didn't look at me. Instead, he looked Emily up and down. He sighed in relief when he saw she was okay. He asked, "What exactly happened? Didn't you just tell me you fell? That you might have a miscarriage?" Emily's tears suddenly fell. She said, "It was really close. Sophia found out about our situation. She got really angry at me. If it weren't for these classmates protecting me, I might really not have gotten to see you." Although I know Emily might be exaggerating, but there are cameras in the store. I still felt a bit uneasy at that moment. Emily suddenly walked up to me and knelt heavily. She said, "Sophia, I know you look down on me, a person from the mountains, even though you funded me, but you just want everyone to think you're a kind-hearted rich person. It's not because you genuinely like me. I understand that being with your dad now might make you think I only care about money, that I am a gold digger, but I want to say that this is not true. I am with Uncle John because we love each other. Love knows no age. Please support my relationship with Uncle John. Even if you have prejudices against me, you can't dislike the 3 children in my belly. They are your brothers, and they will be your support in the future. At this moment, I am emotionally charged. I am almost about to cry. Seeing the other classmates next to me looking dissatisfied, they are looking at me angrily, as if I am about to kill Emily and the kids. I want to tell them, actually, I am very well-mannered, so I try to hold back my anger, but just then, John suddenly pulled me out of the VIP room. We entered an empty room. I was a bit impatient. I was wondering, how did you and Emily end up together? Why did she say she was my stepmother? But before I could finish speaking, John actually knelt down, begging me not to deny he is my father. Just consider it for the sake of my mother and you. After all, I haven't treated you badly over the years. You have called me Dad for so many years. Actually, I do call John Dad, but there is no blood relation between us. After my biological father passed away, my mother met John and married him. After marriage, he treated me almost the same as his biological daughter. After my mother passed away, John left the house, but we still met often. I sighed. I helped John up. What exactly happened? John lowered his head a bit awkwardly. He said that at first, he didn't realize Emily was the underprivileged student he was sponsoring. At that time, Emily started pursuing him. He didn't think much of it. But not long after, Emily told him she was pregnant with triplets. Although John didn't seem too old, he was getting up there in age. Emily couldn't truly like him. It was likely that one time he visited the school, Emily happened to see him, so she intentionally approached him. I'm worried John will get hurt, but he said it himself. Later, he found out about Emily's true situation. He realized she only came to him for money, but he's not young anymore. He also wants his own children. So he begged me not to expose him. At least wait until after the children are born. I originally wanted to refuse, but considering how good I was to Emily, and how she betrayed me like this, I had no reason not to agree, so I nodded. Then I followed John back to the VIP room where Emily and the others were. Your marriage, I agreed. Emily quickly married John, because I agreed. John originally planned to take her to his house in the suburbs, but Emily wasn't very willing. Although she said she was not with John for the money, she insisted on moving into my villa. She said it was to maintain an emotional connection with me. I didn't expect that. Once Emily moved in, she started acting very arrogantly. Whenever John wasn't home, she would be particularly reckless. She said to me, Sophia, I'm now pregnant with the 3 sons of the Smith family. Are you just giving me these things to brush me off? I said I wanted to eat shark fin. But you made me a bowl of vermicelli. What does this mean? Although I was once your sponsored poor student, now I am your stepmother. If it weren't for my kind heart, you would have been kicked out long ago. However, when John comes home from work, Emily is like a bullied little wife, crying very sadly. Today I ate a bowl of vermicelli. Although it's a bit Chinese letter, but Sophia is not wrong. Eating too much will make you fat. You will definitely dislike me. After all, I also come from the mountains. Being able to eat something is already good. John certainly knows that I am not that kind of person, but to make Emily happy, he will still deliberately get a little angry at me. Although I feel helpless, but we can only cooperate with them to perform this play. Seeing Emily like this, I really have nothing to say. I have always treated her sincerely. Pay for her to go to school. I also plan to let her go directly to my family's company after graduation. I didn't expect that she didn't want to work hard at all. Just want to marry a rich person. Several months have passed. I really can't take it anymore, afraid that I won't be able to hold back and will say something before she is born. To avoid this situation, I moved to a small villa near the school. I thought moving closer to the school would give me some peace and quiet, but I didn't expect Emily to find me anyway. She hasn't come to school since she married John. Everyone was surprised when they saw her big belly. They all asked her when she got married, and why she didn't invite anyone. Emily pointed at me. She said with a strange tone, It's all because of Sophia. I'm now her stepmother. She thinks I'm not good enough for her father. She only let me and him register our marriage, but she didn't let me have a wedding. Although my husband treats me very well after all, she is his only child of 20 years. Many times, he still has to consider her feelings. But it's okay. When I give birth to 3 sons and they turn 1 month old, I'll have the wedding and the full moon celebration together. After all, we are classmates. Everyone knows I helped Emily financially, but I never expected the student I helped would end up becoming my stepmother. Everyone feels this is not quite appropriate. Many have asked me if this is true. I try to control my emotions. I gritted my teeth and said, yes, that's right. She really married my dad. Once the words were out, everyone was so surprised they couldn't speak. Instead, they looked at me with disdain. Emily's face instantly became very unpleasant. Don't pretend you don't care about money. You study hard in school. Isn't it just to make money, to give children a good future? I'm just taking a shortcut that you want to take but can't. Let me tell you, to allow me and my children to transcend classes, I secretly took medication myself. So suddenly, I had 3 sons. In this society, it's better to laugh at the poor than at the prostitutes. Moreover, I also married and had children normally. What is there for everyone to mock me about? Emily is already 7 months pregnant now. I really don't want to argue with her. After all, I've endured for so long. It's not worth it to turn against her now. So I let out a deep sigh. I plan to leave without saying a word. But some classmates I know well, and the students I have sponsored, couldn't take it anymore. They all started to blame Emily. They said, "You're being too much. Sophia helped you, giving you a chance to change your life. You actually tried to seduce someone else's father. Isn't that just wasting others' goodwill? Have you ever thought about how you once knelt down to thank Sophia? Even if we can take this path, we really don't want to. We want to change our fate, but only through hard work, not by relying on other means. If Sophia's father weren't wealthy, would you still love her? It's like the story of the farmer and the snake. What everyone said is the truth, but Emily still couldn't take it anymore. Plus, she has been living like a princess in the villa these past few months. As a result, she became very angry. She started arguing with everyone. Let me tell you, my 3 sons will be the heirs to all the Smith family's property, and you people are only fit to work for my sons. And you, Sophia. I originally planned to send you abroad after my son is born, but now you are deliberately letting everyone insult me. Once my son is born, I will kick you out of the Smith family, leaving you with nowhere to go. At that moment, a classmate suddenly raised a question. No, wait. Everyone looked at him curiously. He frowned and continued. I remember Sophia's parents passed away early. She doesn't have a father at all. So how can you say you married her father, and that you have 3 sons with him? As soon as those words came out, I felt a shock in my heart. Actually, everyone knows that my parents are gone. That's not surprising. After all, our family has some reputation in this province. Except for Emily, who only cares about money. Everyone else should know, so. Upon hearing this classmate's words, everyone gradually reacted. They all said Emily was deceived, and that she would definitely regret it in the future. Emily's expression changed. She grabbed me. Sophia, how could you do this? You actually cursed your own father. You should hurry and tell these people. Tell them that your dad and I are already married. Tell them that I'm your stepmother. I sighed. Since things have developed this way, I have no need to hide it. Emily, actually, my dad is all ready. But Emily suddenly slapped me. She said, have I been too good to you? I am your mother now. How can you treat me this way? Can you at least call me by my name? I didn't want to go against you, but you are now deliberately provoking everyone to deal with me. I don't want to tolerate you any longer. I can make you leave the villa, and I can help you completely sever ties with the Smith family. You were once the only daughter of the Smith family, and you were deeply cherished. But don't forget, you are about to have 3 younger brothers. At that time, you may lose a lot. I was stunned by that slap. No one has ever treated me like this since I was a child. So for a moment, I forgot what to say. I was so anxious that I wanted to rush towards Emily. But my classmates immediately held me back. If my classmates hadn't stopped me, I probably would have really rushed to confront Emily. She was scared when she saw me so angry. So she quickly ran away, because she was causing quite a stir at school, which led to a lot of messy rumors circulating here. It has led to many ridiculous rumors circulating here. Wherever I go, there are people pointing and commenting about me, although I find it very annoying. But I think, after all, I'm already in my junior year. So this time I didn't go to school. Instead, I went straight to the company. The company was left to my mother by my father, and then it was passed down to me. Logically, I could live off the dividends from the shares, but I think it's better for me to do it myself. This way, my parents in heaven will also feel happy. Unexpectedly, just a week after I came to the company, Emily came looking for me again. Seeing her arrogant demeanor, my head really hurts. I really regret being soft-hearted when she was beaten for resisting marriage. I helped her. What everyone said was right. Emily is indeed an ungrateful wolf, like a snake temporarily frozen. I regret agreeing to John's request to act even more. Now I can't go home. I can't even attend school. However, today Emily doesn't seem to plan to make a scene. She just sat on the sofa in my office and said, "Sophia, I really underestimated you. I originally thought I had slapped you. You would definitely go to your dad to get revenge on me, but I didn't expect you would come to the company to take my son's career. I feel a bit helpless." I couldn't help but roll my eyes. "Emily, can you act normally? This is my company." Emily snorted softly. "It's true that this is my company now, but she said it would only belong to my son in the future." She also mentioned, "I was once the primary heir of the Smith family, but in the future, only her 3 sons would have the chance to inherit. No matter how much my dad likes me, he could never give this enormous wealth to a worthless loser." I worry that Emily will continue to argue until the security and assistant arrived. Only then did I say, "Emily, just go back some things, even if I tell you. You won't believe. You can ask John yourself." Upon hearing this, Emily was very angry. "Ask me how I dare to mention my father's name." The assistant couldn't hold back. "Speak, this lady, you were desperately trying to come up just now. Now that you're here, you're saying some irrelevant things. What does that mean?" Emily looked at the assistant with disdain. She said angrily, "Don't look down on people here. I am carrying 3 children of your Mr. Smith. Now you're flattering Sophia. You'll definitely regret it later." Then she pointed at the security guards and said, "You don't understand the gravity of the situation. Just wait to be fired." But I have a kind heart. I was once at the bottom and worked my way up. If you teach Sophia a lesson now, then not only will I not fire you, but I will also give you a raise. I rubbed my temples tiredly. I decided not to say anything more. Forget it, take her out of here. I really don't want to see her. She'll come again next time. Don't let her go upstairs. If she continues like this, just call the police directly. The security guards listened to me. They immediately formed a circle. Surround Emily. Gradually move outward. Emily is very angry. She started scratching at the security guards. The security guards dared not fight back. They could only dodge. Not long after, she broke through the encirclement. Her face was flushed. She ran towards me, but she fell before getting close. She fell quite hard. Her stomach hit the ground. Not long after, her lower body started to bleed. Both she and I were startled. She hugged her stomach. Crying, she said, "Quick, call an ambulance if something happens to me." "How will you explain it to your dad?" "No matter how to explain it, I will still call an ambulance. I really don't want to see anyone get hurt in the office." With my help, Emily was quickly taken to the obstetrics and gynecology hospital. The fall caused her amniotic fluid to rupture. Plus, she was carrying triplets. The doctor decided not to save the pregnancy. They immediately performed a cesarean section. 2 hours into the surgery, Emily and her 3 sons came out safely. John also received the news and rushed to the hospital. Seeing the 3 sons, John was so moved that he was almost in tears. Emily glanced at me. Teardrops fell. She told John, "Honey, I went to see Sophia today." She originally planned to apologize to Sophia, hoping to get her forgiveness. That way, we could all live together. But unexpectedly, Sophia actually pushed her away when no one was around. If she hadn't called the ambulance in time, the consequences could have been unimaginable. I was really furious. "Emily, how can you say such nonsense? You've forced me into a corner, making me the subject of gossip at school. And then you went to the company to say you want to kick me out of the Smith family. You brought this upon yourself. This is entirely your own problem. If it weren't for your intention to hit me, how could I have fallen?" Emily seems indifferent to what I say. Maybe it's because she had a son. She feels there's no need to pretend anymore. She looks completely different from before. Gritting her teeth, she held John's hand. She spoke in a very firm tone. "Honey, I tolerated it before because our son hadn't been born yet. But now I can't stand it any longer. You treat me this way, you'll treat our son the same way. Today, you must give me a clear answer. It's either me and our son, or this worthless person." John glanced at me, then looked at Emily. He didn't answer directly. Instead, he asked, "Emily, we are almost 30 years old. Do you really love me? Or is it just because I am Sophia's dad?" Emily didn't expect John to say that. She was taken aback for a moment. Then she rolled her eyes at me. She asked me if I said something to my dad again. "Honey, I truly love you, you know that. My parents never liked me since I was little. They only liked my brother. My classmates were also very exclusionary towards me. Sophia treated me as a tool for her reputation. Only you are truly sincere with me. I love you. It has nothing to do with your money." John sighed. He said, If you really love me that much, then why do you treat Sophia like this? Emily instinctively thought I said something, or that I recorded her words. Her face turned even paler than before. She stammered, "Honey, don't listen to that nonsense from Sophia. If there really are recordings and videos, that must have been deliberately edited by her. No matter what she says, you can't believe any of it." John didn't say anything. He just looked at Emily with a complex expression. Emily immediately got anxious. "Sophia, why aren't you saying anything even if you don't like me? Don't you care about your own brother as a girl? If you don't have a brother, you will definitely be bullied in the future. I'll give you a brother. That's also a way to repay kindness. I have sacrificed for this myself. Isn't that enough?" I sighed. "Emily, first of all, you can't even accept your brother, calling him a vampire. Why would you think I would like him? Furthermore," I looked at John. "Now the child is born. We don't need to pretend anymore, right?" John nodded. I continued speaking. "There's more. Your son, not my brother." Emily was stunned. "Sophia, what exactly are you talking about?" She seemed to realize something. Her eyes lit up. "Could it be that you are not the biological daughter of the Smiths? You were adopted by the Smiths. It's not impossible. You and your husband really don't look alike. I thought you resembled your mother, but thinking about it, you might not be the daughter of the Smiths at all." What Emily said became more and more exaggerated. I decided to say a few words. "Do you remember when everyone mentioned that my parents passed away early?" Emily nodded. "Actually, that wasn't a joke. It's true. My dad passed away the year I was born, so I call John Dad because he is my stepfather. In fact, we have no blood relation. After my mom passed away, legally, I had no connection with John anymore. So, you're not my stepmother. Your son is not my brother." Emily's face turned even paler. She seemed a bit flustered. "Ask, what about the company? What about the villa? What about the money? It's really all yours." I nodded. "Yes, I told you when I funded you initially, I would help you arrange a job after you graduated from university, change your life, because I have that ability. But you didn't give me that opportunity. You chose another path. Now you have children. You won't need to return to my villa anymore, and don't ever appear in front of me again. The reason I was so tolerant towards you before was because I saw you were pregnant, but that won't be the case anymore." After saying that, I didn't look at Emily's breakdown again. I left the ward directly. Just as I reached the elevator, I heard John calling for a doctor. He said Emily was suddenly experiencing heavy bleeding. I pretended not to hear. She just kept leaving. I thought that once things were clarified, Emily and I would no longer have any connection. I didn't expect that 2 months later. I received a call from the police. The police told me that Emily had climbed to the rooftop of the school. She even threatened to make me go to the school to see her, or else she would commit suicide. When I received this call, I was shocked. I quickly checked my WeChat and messages. Only then did I realize that Emily had sent me hundreds of messages. I glanced at a few. Most of them were cursing at me. I hesitated for a moment. In the end, I still had the driver take me back to the school. As soon as I arrived at the school, I heard Emily, using a loudspeaker on the rooftop, to badmouth me. Sophia pretended to be nice to me because she was jealous of my better grades. She acted as if she cared for me. She even supported my education. But in reality, she was intentionally harming me behind my back. She sent me to her stepfather's side. I was violated by her stepfather. As a result, I got pregnant. I once considered reporting it to the police, but Sophia threatened me. She said she was rich and powerful. She would never let me succeed. I didn't want to give in, but she locked me in her villa. I could only escape after giving birth to the child, but my life has been ruined by her. I have suffered a lot. Now my body is also injured. I also gave birth to 3 children. Later, due to her beating, I suffered severe bleeding. I even had to have my uterus removed. I have lived a hard life, and Sophia has vanished without a trace, so I want my death to show everyone Sophia's true colors. A lot of classmates have gathered downstairs. Many are filming and live streaming with their phones. The last time Emily had an incident at school, it was mostly junior girls present. Now they are basically all gone from school. Some classmates who don't know the truth have started discussing how tragic, rich people are really disgusting. I know Emily. She came from the mountainous area. Especially hard. Really pitiful. Her whole life may be ruined like this. If I were her, I may harbor resentment towards Sophia. It really is her fault. I have listened to bad things for a long time. Finally arrived at the rooftop with the accompaniment of the police, because Emily insists on doing it this way. The police chose to leave after bringing me up. On this large rooftop, only Emily and I are left. I tie the safety rope, walk to Emily's side, frowning and asking, What do you really want to do? It is clearly you who mistakenly thought John was my dad, still deliberately trying to get close to him. Self-administered ovulation medication gave birth to triplets. Why do you want to shift the responsibility onto me now? Emily smiled. Say, you are right. It is me who intentionally wants to get close to John. I just don't like that you have so much money, and I can only beg in front of you, waiting for you to give me 3,000 yuan every month as support. I just want to take everything from you, but what does that matter? I know you have no evidence, and John won't help you testify either, even if I am lying. No one will believe you. Everyone will only believe a poor, pitiful person, and won't trust you, the wealthy one. I sighed. I used to generously support you. How could you do this to me? You weren't like this back then. Emily impatiently interrupted me. Back then. That was all just an act. If I didn't do that, would you help me? Who would have thought you were so stingy, having billions yet only giving me 3,000? What can 3,000 buy? Not even enough for a pair of shoes or a good phone. So I deliberately followed you, hoping to catch your father's attention. I didn't expect that he was actually a broke son-in-law. Even those who are pursuing me are wealthier than him. This matter is all your responsibility. You must bear the consequences. I interrupted Emily's lengthy speech with a bit of impatience. Just ask her directly. Stop saying that. What do you want? I know you wouldn't really go through with suicide. Emily let out a cold laugh. Speak. I want 100 million in funding. If you give me this money, I will say everything is my fault for you. Even say that I have mental issues. I replied. What if I don't give you? She said. If you don't give it to me, I will jump. Anyway, there's an air cushion below. I won't die from the fall. It's just like playing a bungee jump. You wealthy people can't understand what a poor person like me would do for money. I smiled and responded, I know, you would even seduce John for money. Other things should be able to be done, right? It may be that there is a hint of disdain in my expression. Emily is angry. She said, you have no right to blame me. This is all your responsibility. You are too stingy. You started to mention your father's death to me. Yet there is no evidence. If you can provide evidence to prove this, how could I possibly have come to this point? I know it doesn't make much sense to talk to Emily again. So I just shrugged. I don't plan to give her the money. I suggest she not jump from this building, but if she insists on jumping, then I can't help it. Emily was stunned. She said, you know, I will jump down and you will be finished. You will be notorious. It may still be subject to cyber attacks. Even may be harmed by angry people. Aren't you afraid? I walked towards the exit of the rooftop, while smiling and saying, I'm not afraid. Evil cannot suppress justice. Why should I be afraid of you? Emily, look at me. I'm not joking, but I don't dare to speak loudly, afraid of being heard by the classmates downstairs. Seeing me approaching the door, she finally couldn't hold back. Gritting her teeth, she jumped down, accompanied by the screams of the classmates downstairs and a loud thud. Emily landed on the air cushion. She fainted. In an instant, a torrent of curses flooded towards me. When Emily woke up in the hospital, I was the only one by her side. She looked at me with a hint of pride, as if to say, weren't you so strong just now? Why are you here waiting for me to wake up? Is it because things online have gotten really bad? So you came to ask me to help clarify. I told her, I can help clarify, but now the price has doubled. I don't just want 100 million, now I want 200 million. Not even a penny less is acceptable. If you're unwilling to give me money, then I'll just keep jumping. Anyway, the firefighters will save me, even if no one gives money. Seeing me like this will soften everyone's hearts to donate a little. I don't need to worry about these things at all. Seeing Emily so persistent, I can only sigh. My purpose here is to tell you after you wake up about what happened while you were unconscious. Right now, it's actually you who should feel embarrassed. I'm afraid she won't believe it, so I took out my phone and showed her the video of her jumping off. Just as I said, there are all negative comments below. Some people really need to reflect on themselves. Next time, the firefighters should let her handle it herself. No need to save her. Poor Sophia. She raised an ungrateful person. But thankfully, she wasn't threatened. Emily was almost on the verge of collapse. This can't be true. What on earth did you do? How could this happen? Did John help you speak well of me? I shook my head. You are right. John would never be on my side. He doesn't want to see you doing well. He has already hired a lawyer to prepare for the divorce. Based on your performance today, those 3 sons won't be awarded to you. In the end, you'll get nothing. How could this happen? What actually happened while I was unconscious? Even if you have money, you can't make everyone keep quiet. Seeing Emily like that, I didn't hide anything anymore. I directly released a recording. It was a conversation between Emily and me on the rooftop. Emily listened, her expression turned very ugly. I smiled. I turned off the recording during your pregnancy. You caused me all sorts of trouble. Although I didn't keep evidence, the moment I heard you wanted to jump off a building, I knew you were doing it on purpose. To guard against such situations, I specifically bought several high-end recording devices. I've recorded our entire conversation after you jumped down. Everyone came looking for me. I just played the recording for them to listen to. Then everyone naturally believed it. With these recordings, your previous distorted words became meaningless. Emily completely broke down. She was screaming crazily in the hospital room. She said she wanted to kill me. I got up immediately and left the hospital room under the escort of bodyguards. I felt a bit emotional inside. Actually, John may not be a millionaire, but he's doing okay. If Emily could live a settled life, life could actually go on. However, she wants more than just a comfortable life. She wants a wealthy lifestyle. This is something she simply can't accept. Later on, Emily started to lose her mind. She often referred to herself as Mrs. Smith Group. She even said her 3 sons were reincarnated deities. In the end, John had to send her to a mental hospital. This incident embarrassed John greatly, so he sold off his few possessions and took the 3 children abroad. After losing John, it's estimated that Emily will never be able to leave the mental hospital for the rest of her life. However, these things are no longer related to me. I've already given her many chances.